Sunday, January 8th, and I thought I would show you what I'm working on today. I'm trying to finish a skirt for my friend to send with my mom when she goes to California. So I thought I would show you what I've done so far, and then also show you what progress I make today. I probably won't do the whole thing, but I'll probably just pop back in and out just showing progress I make throughout the day, because I need to get this done by tonight. So that's the plan for the day. Can you measure?
Yes.
4 feet?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. I pleated it along the top waistband to try and minimize the bulk because I have a gathered skirt layer as well. So each of these is about an inch wide and folded down to ½ an inch, and there's two, and then there's a 2-inch gap in between each one. And I did that all the way around until it was to the right waist length or waist size that I needed. I also added this ruffle down here. Another thing I've actually already done too is I finished the edges on the inside. I just did the seam allowance for the lining and the ruffle together, serged it, and then pressed it up and did a 1/4 inch straight stitch, just so on this side it looks really nice and neat, and then all the edges are nice and clean on the inside. This is the second layer of the ruffle skirt. I did a 6-inch almost circle skirt basically to make this yoke, and then attached 2 layers of tulle to it just to add a little body to the skirt and to give it a sway. I think what I might do today though is this is a bit long for being under the top skirt, and it just looks a little weird because it just has the tulle popping out. So I think I might trim it and add another ruffle on the bottom. It should still give it to the flounce, but then give me the 3-tier look that I want for the skirt. And lastly, this is going to be the top skirt. It's essentially a dirndl skirt. So basically it's a long rectangle that's been gathered to the waist measurement that I need, and it gives it the very straight bottom but kind of gathered top. And I think what I'm trying to accomplish today is I need to do a waistband for this. I'm not quite sure if I want to do a traditional waistband with buttons or buttons with loops, or if I want to do a waistband that turns into a tie in the back. I'm just going to have to see how much fabric I have because I only have a little bit left, so I'll just have to see how that works. I'm also thinking about adding pockets to the inseams. Add some pockets to inseam. So those are the few things I'm trying to accomplish today. I need to do the waistband, do the pockets, add the ruffle to the tulle, add the zipper, and finish the hems. So quite a bit, but I will keep you updated. Hello everyone, or I guess, yeah, hello. Good afternoon. It's currently about 1:15 on Wednesday the 11th, and I really haven't done a lot this week. I've been kind of fighting a cold, well not cold, like a sinus thing. I'm working on some other stuff, so getting a little bit of a later start today, but I wanted to get some house cleaning done because it's just messy, but I did want to get some sewing today, so I'll work on more of that later, but for right now I'm going to get to sewing. So, I'll show you what I'm working on. I actually did these on Monday because I'm wanting to do, sorry, the strap's in the way. There we go. I did these on Monday, and what I did was I have blocks that are in size 8 and size 10, but I'm currently around like a size 12 where I'm at right now. So what I did is I graded these two bodice pieces. This is the front with 2 darts, back also with 2 darts, and wait, sorry, I got them backwards. This is the back, this is the front, and then a sleeve. I grade all these to a size 12. That way I can develop patterns based on these blocks from the size that I'm pretty sure I am right now, and then I can grade them down. Say hi. Hi. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I've got those blocks ready to go, and what I'm going to be working on is I am working on 2 dresses and then a riding coat jacket. If you would like to know more details about that, I actually just posted a blog post about that. This video won't be up till Sunday, and this is Wednesday, so it will already be up by now. But if you'd like to know more details about what my sewing plans are and also some things that I've already done this month, you can check that out there. I'll leave the link below. but I'm using this green plaid and this rose knit for the dresses. So this is going to be kind of like a boat neck dress, and it's going to be a wrap dress. And then the jacket material I don't have out right now, but that's like a brocade. So my plans for today are going to work on the patterns for those, and hopefully get a fit, make a sample that I can fit on myself and see how it fits and then it's looking. So that's the plan for today. And also, not sewing related, but I've got lots of water. Woo, I already drank one of these gray ones right here. And I currently have a wrap on, tie my little belly, not little belly, behind the belly. And then I've also already taken my supplements and things like that too. So I will give you praise of the progress. I am going to get to pattern drafting my designs and then hopefully here, let me see. No use pencil. Try now. What are you making? Huh?
A rock.
Oh yeah, a rock?
Yeah, I made two rocks.
I just want to show you what I actually just did. Is I took the back block that I had, which is this one, as you can see, and I just traced it off. And then I also marked the darts and everything like that. And a good tool for that is one of these, and also an awl. So you can actually do your points and then do the 1/2 inch before the point. That's a good marker to let you know when you're ready to be done with your dart. So I traced that off and did my design. And this is going to be for the plaid dress. And I think what I want to do is see about doing a cowl on the lower half of the bodice. And I just lowered this part a little bit as well. So what I did is I brought this down about 1 inch at center back and then kind of just carefully or gently just kind of curved it a little bit. And then I also took in the shoulder. As you can see, it was quite wide before. I took it down to 1 inch because I want it to be quite a narrow shoulder, and I also want it to be kind of almost off the shoulder. And then down here, I also just marked it about a 1/2 inch down just to give me a little bit of base around the armhole before the cowl. And this is where I'm going to cut it off, and this is going to be a separate piece. So this is going to be the piece that I have right now. And what I also did is, since I am fitting this to myself, and I'm not quite sure how the fit will be, I added 1 inch seam allowance instead of a 1/2 inch. That way I could have enough ease to adjust it how I need to and not have to worry about it. And then once I have it fitted and everything like that, I can take the seam allowance back down to a 1/2 inch. Alright, one more thing I want to mention before I finish cutting this out. If you notice, I did actually draw over where my design is. It actually comes across this shoulder dart, and usually I'd probably have to ease this in. I'm going to go ahead and try it and see how it fits, but I do need to keep in mind that I might need to ease this out, or ease that amount somewhere, because it's supposed to be there to take it in. So this might gape a little bit, or it might not. I'm going to trust it out with my fabric and see how it fits. But just something to keep in mind. Also, something else I did is, because I have these two pieces I'm separating, is I did one notch here just so I knew where they lined back up. This is really close to the seam allowance, so it's probably okay. I probably wouldn't get lost, but I'm not quite sure with the cowl design if there's anywhere in here to put it yet. So I put it right there just as a little marker that these two. Alright, so it's much later in the day, and I have all my pattern pieces for the plaid dress. Got the front here, off the shoulder, and I also took out the bottom dart and just let this ease out. And I'll just see how this fits when it tries on. I can always kind of take out some of the ease if I need to. And then for the back, this is the top piece. You can see the matching shoulder style. And then my little 1/2 inch here. And then this is going to be the cowl that will attach underneath it, and this will just hopefully drape down. So I'm going to do part of the reason why I want to do a sample is just to see how this drapes. You'll notice I did do a bias grain line on this, but I'm going to see how the plaid reacts, or how it looks with both. Because since the plaid, I would want to match it. But I want it to look a certain way too. So I'm just going to play around with that and see which one looks better. So those are the back pieces. And this is the sleeve. I didn't really do too much with this one. I dropped the bottom of the armhole about a 1/2 inch because that's somewhere where it tends to need a little more ease and it can be a little tight. So I dropped this a 1/2 inch as well just to match. And then I made a cuff to go down here and gather this up a little bit. And then lastly, I did a circle skirt. Well, this is like half or a quarter of it, so it'll be really full. And I made it really kind of on the longer side too. So yeah, that's where we're at right now. I only have like another hour or two to work, so we'll just see how much more I get through. I think I'm gonna try and cut this one out. That's the plan. Alright, so this is where I'm at right now. I have my shirt dress all patterned out, front, back, 2-piece sleeve, pocket. And then I'm going to use this, hopefully have enough of this to do that. And then I've got a rose dress with this lace and this knit. And that's all these pieces as well. So I'm going to... Hello everyone! Today is January 31st, so last day of January. Just working on some stuff. I have been working on a few things, but I haven't just been recording. Just was in sewing mode, so it wasn't like, oh, I don't want to pick up the camera right now. Then I've just been working on some house stuff. So I'm actually working on today. I kind of shifted gears. The plaid dress I've stopped working on. I got to a point where it's mostly done, but I'm not going to finish it. Just because the fit's good, but just like style-wise and everything, I just not really, it's not something I think I'm going to wear very often, at least not right now. Maybe after I lose a little bit of weight and stuff, it fits a little bit differently, maybe. We'll see. So I'm going to hold on to it, but I'm not going to spend any more time on it right now because I have other things I want to get done in the next few weeks before my birthday. So I have moved on. So I'm doing the wrap dress that has that rose knit print, but I've decided that I have some black lace, stretch lace, that I think I want to do the chop-in and then do the rose skirt on the bottom. I think that'll look really pretty if I can get it to work out and if I have enough to do the pattern. So I've been doing fittings and stuff with the, sorry, I need to switch my arm. With the plaid dress. The fitting was mostly pretty good. The only things with it, like, as far as fit, when I said like the neckline, because of how low it was, it had a little bit of gaping. Just that happens when you cut down to a certain point. You have to ease it out. And I thought I did enough, but then I just kind of went and cut it instead of doing another sample, which is fine. It's all an experience. And then the back fit pretty well, but mostly it was like in the hips and stuff like that, was because I didn't widen out enough, which is fine. I'll show the plaid dress in probably the next video. I'll probably do like a January progress. I don't really have a ton of makes, but I've been doing progress with patterns, so I'll probably show that in my next video, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, back to the rose dress. So I was working on the rose dress and trying to do fittings and stuff, but I'm trying to do like a really, not a really no neckline, but I'm trying to do a low neckline, something a little bit more sassy. I'm allowed. So I'm working on that. Once again, like I said, when you cut down past a certain point, like usually, you know, normal neckline length, you have to start easing out some of that extra because the fabric will start gaping. So that's what I've been working on, and I have it going low in the front and in the back as a wrap style, but then I'm going to attach it to probably like a circle skirt or a pleated skirt. So I've been working on that, and I was just having a hard time trying to fit it to myself. So what I did today was attempted, I'll show you, it's kind of ratchet in my opinion, but here, I have a tank top underneath it, but you can see there's just a ton of padding and like one of my bras, and I just like tried to fill it out. This is not my shape. It was just the top I was working on. I wish this was like more my shape, but it's not. So I mainly am trying to work on the top part. So what I did was try to pad my dress form enough to be able to fit it, and since I'm working with a knit, this is a little, it's off by like an inch or two, but because I'm working with a knit, it works. Because I ran out of the this batting. Sorry, the light. There we go. I ran out of the batting, and I had like some fiberfill and stuff. But it works. It's working so far. So when I did try it, which this is my fit sample that I'm doing. You can tell it's got all sorts of sewing lines and stuff. I did, make some adjustments and things and tried it on, and it actually fits pretty well. It is a touch snug. I probably could add just a little bit of ease, which is fine. And then I think the only major adjustments I need to do was in the front neckline, just because it wasn't, the depth of it was fine, but just like the coverage I need to modify a little bit. So I'm going to make the changes now to my paper patterns, which you can see I'm doing here, just to try and get a little bit more coverage. And then I might do one more fit sample, just because it's only, excuse me, it's 8 pieces, but it's pretty easy to sew up, just because I'm not doing any finishing or anything like that, so I can just whip it together real quick, try it on, see how it fits. So I think I'm going to do it one more time before I finish up the rest of the pattern pieces, and then start figuring out which lace pieces I can use and all of that. So that's the plan for right now. I've been working on this for a little while. I probably have a couple more hours to work on this. I'm going to a pop-up gym class with my mom later with Burn Boot Camp, and probably need to pick up my house a little bit. We'll see. My husband's leaving for like 3 weeks in a couple days, so maybe I'll just wait to clean. We'll see. Alright, well, I will keep you updated as best I can. I will work on trying to pick up the camera more to actually show progress, but this is where I'm at right now, so I will see you in a little while.